YTBC, what's the deal? So January 22nd, there will be a Showbox card in Tucson, Arizona. It will be headlined by Robert Brandt, Twin Cities middleweight that's undefeated right now. I actually sparred Robert Brandt at the Circle of Discipline gym in South Minneapolis some years ago. But on that card, Jarrell Big Baby Miller, heavyweight prospect, will be taking on Donovan Dennis. It'd be a good fight. Jarrell Big Baby Miller, I actually did a profile video on him a few months ago, so I will leave that in the description box so you can get more familiar with Miller. Donovan Dennis, I've seen him on the ESPN Boxino tournaments. I've seen him actually in 2 separate tournaments. The 2014, when he got knocked out against a guy named Nate Heaven in the first round. Davis, coming into that fight, I had never heard of him, but he was in shape. He's 6'4", you know, he was 200 and I believe like 20 pounds. You know, he was in shape. He wasn't fat. He was sleek and slim. He looks like a NBA shooting guard, you know, 6'4", 220. Looked like Russell Westbrook out there or something. So he's in shape, you know, but he got knocked out. He's a southpaw. He has good boxing skill. He was trying to shoot a right uppercut against Heaven. And as he was shooting a lead right uppercut, Heaven came with a straight right hand that landed and knocked Dennis out in the first round. But then what really, you know, what really raised my eye about Donovan Dennis is he came back 1 year later in that same Boxino tournament, and he made it all the way to the finals this time. He lost to Andre Fedosov. Both of these fights are on YouTube. He went down in the rounds 3, 7, and 8 against Fedosov, but he showed good skill, man. He can fight you from range. He has a good reach. He has a quick jab. He likes to use his jab. He can move on his feet. He likes to, if you're pushing him backwards, he likes to shoot that straight left hand right down the middle on you. He's a good fighter, man. He's a decent fighter. I seen him against Steve Vukasa. That was in the Boxino tournament. He looked good in that win, but with that win, the Vukasa guy was coming off being off for 12 years. The Vukasa was a amateur standout in Boston, the Boston area, and then he turned pro and he went out to Freddie Roach's gym. He was out there for, I believe, for 2 years, and like he tore a ligament or something in his knee, and then he retired for boxing. So he came back at 38 trying to fight Donovan Dennis, and he got beat up in the Boxino tournament. Donovan Dennis, I know going into the Fedosov fight, he weighed in at 219 pounds. That let me know this. His previous fights before that, he was between 221 and 228, and he looked in shape. You can go watch those fights. He looked in shape. So for him to come in at 219 for the Fedosov fight, for the Boxino championship fight, that let me know that this young man takes it even, you know, he takes it serious. Although weighing between 221 and 228 was in shape for him, he boiled down to 219, you know, and he fought a good fight. You know, it was a 10-rounder. He got dropped a few times. He got stopped, but he had some good moments against Fedosov, outboxing him, making Fedosov follow him. And Fedosov has a good chin because he was taking some left hands right on the button in that fight. I mean, going back, coming forward. Donovan Dennis was able to ding him, man. He was dinging him, and Fedosov was just taking it. And then he just chopped him down, walked him down, and just chopped him down. Miller, you know, like I said in my introduction video about him, 6'4", he fought in K1. He's been in Klitschko camps for Vitaly and Vladimir. He's 27. He usually spars at the Gleason gym. I've seen footage of him sparring Tor Hammer. I've seen his Mirlamov fight that was on Showbox, which was his last fight. I've seen a Joshua Harris fight. I see he has a draw on his record. He's 15-0 with 1 loss and 13 KOs. The one draw on his record was to Joey DeWecko, which is not an easy fight. As Amir Mansour is not an easy fight. Joey DeWecko is not a pushover. But what caught my attention with that was going into the DeWecko fight, Miller, during the DeWecko fight, he was 286. Exactly 30 days before the DeWecko fight, he was 242. Miller gained 44 pounds in 30 days. You know, and then his last fight with Mirlamov that was on Showbox, and Mirlamov was a decent fighter to fight. He only had 1 previous loss going into the Miller fight. He lost a close decision to Derek Rossi, 10 rounds. So Miller was able to knock Mirlamov out, you know. So like I said, I've seen Miller fight in K1. I've seen him fight Mirko Kurikop in the K1 event. and him and Crow Cop was kicking and punching on each other for 20 straight minutes. He lost the fight, but it was a good fight. I've seen some other fights where he knocked some guys out, takes some leg kicks, gives some leg kicks. So the dude likes to fight. You know, he said, according to Miller, he said that around 2014, when he was out in Vegas, he was getting away from the New York area, wanted to have a different scenery. So he went out to Vegas and he fought the TMT gym, and he got to fight Hasim Rahman's son. But he said that Bermane Stiverne turned down the work. He, according to him, in his interviews on YouTube, he said that Bermane Stiverne did not want that work. He said that the Stiverne and his team must have saw something, but they did not want that work. They did not want to spar him. That's according to Miller. And this one, he was around 9-0. And he said in that interview, once he gets to 15-0, he's going to start calling everybody out. He's not going to wait till he's 31-0. It seemed like he was making a hint to somebody when he said, I'm not going to wait till I'm 31-0 to call people out. It kind of looks like he was making a hint, but he's a Brooklyn dude. He's confident. He's cocky. It's just his weight, man. You know, like I said, his last fight, he came in at 280.5. 4 months prior to that fight, he was 255. 22 days prior to that fight, he was 283. And 3 months prior to that fight, he was 281. You know, at 6'4", weighing 280, and you know, I really don't know about the 280s, man. It's funny, you know, he gets down to 242, his lowest weight of his career, and then he comes in 30 days later at the highest weight of his career, 286, which is mind-boggling to me. But he's a good fighter, he's a good prospect, man. I can't deny that. I think it's gonna be a good fight, but I'm gonna favor Jarrell Big Baby Miller. I think he has the power. I think he has the chin. Donovan Dennis, just his only 2 losses have been knockout defeats, the first round defeat. But I will say he did come back after that 2014 Boxino, you know, got embarrassed, got knocked out in the first round. But he came back in the next one and made it to the finals. You know, then Andre Fedosov went on to fight Bryant Jennings. So, you know, you can say that Donovan Dennis was one fight away from, you know, getting at the big time, from fighting Bryant Jennings. But he'll get another shot fighting an undefeated contender. I'm going to go with Jarrell Big Baby Miller. He just seems like he's on the uprise right now. Like his career is treading upwards right now. He's undefeated. He's tough. You know, he likes to fight. If you're in motherfucking K1, you like to fight. You know what I'm saying? If you in K1 in boxing, if those are your hobbies, you like to fight. I just want to see his weight get down, man. You know, he's not going to be a muscle man, but he's a thick, big, solid guy. Looks like a defensive tackle or something, but maybe 255, 260, you know, but this 280, I'm not sure. I almost want to wait until they do the weigh-ins, you know, to see. But I'm going to go with Jarrell Miller right now, man, to win this fight. He's going to go to 16-0. We'll see after the Showbox telecast if he starts to call people out like he said he was going to do a year ago. That's my opinion on this fight. YTBC. I'm out.